Hello everyone, it's been a long time coming, and for the uninitiated, I am AJ, C6 Wriothesley main. Oh, but AJ, the caption of this video is about C0 Wriothesley. I know. Let me finish. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I managed to set this record with C0 Wriothesley. For a little bit of background, from version 5.4 until this recent banner, I've been doing something that I called C0 maxing. I pulled Wriothesley on his first ever rerun, Constellation 0, and one copy of his signature weapon, Cashflow Supervision. And for those who are unaware, at the time, C0 Wriothesley was practically a 3-star character in comparison to his C1. He couldn't max out his own passives, and playing him with a healer is like basically playing Wriothesley on Nightmare mode. Yeah, we're looking at you, Sophia. Because of this, he's a character got a lot of hate for his C0, everyone should pull C1, etc, etc. And I didn't, because I was a dumb baby whale who spent wishes on Mizuki's debut banner instead of saving for his. I started taking his build seriously in December 2025. I started off with a build ranked in the top 12% on Akasha, the solo leaderboard. And after about 6 months of farming non-stop, I've managed to get him into the top 1%, or the top 300 to be more specific. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. And not only just top 1% on the leaderboard, but on every type of leaderboard, being like solo, freeze, vape melt, and burnout. As for showcasing him as seen as my TikTok, sorry for the shameless plug, I use a different build entirely, or what more experienced players call a nuke build, with as little crit rate as possible just to max out all other stats such as crit damage, attack percent, and elemental mastery. Using a weapon such as R5 Tome of the Eternal Flow, which is Nuvulet's signature weapon, which has a crit damage stat and a 30% charge attack damage bonus at Refinement 5. With the combination of this weapon and the build I have, I managed to get the highest documented damage for Wriothesley at Constellation 0, beating the previous record by 100,000 damage. Technically speaking, the previous record was on a boss with a bigger damage inflation, so I've beat it by a lot more if we take that into account. I've got quite a few different teams for Wriothesley. At C0 I was using mavuika, Shilonen, and Bennett before the release of Nicole, all at very low constellations, and as we know this isn't the lowest investment for his melt teams, however still far from the best that you could give him in the current meta. Around this time my Wriothesley was hitting 500,000 damage, which is still pretty high for C0, but for me personally not high enough. With the use of my incredible friend and the C2 Durin and the C4 Shilonen he had at the time, we did manage to squeeze a lot more damage out of him. As for the present day, July 2026, when I'm recording this, his best melt team with full high constellations is Nicole, Durin, and Shilonen. Viewers of my TikTok will know that I'm not a freeze player, so I will refrain from commenting much on his freeze gameplay, as the investment of those teams are not great and neither are my builds. As for how I managed to hit that 1.1 million milestone, the nuke team was very necessary, and before any of you comment, oh they're all C6, no wonder he did that, I have to remind you, his build was also a big factor in this. A C6 support is not the difference between 100,000 and 1 million damage, it's more like the difference between 800,000 and 1 million damage, thank you. Anyway, my supports for this was a C6 Durin, a C6 Nicole, and a C2 R1 Escoffier. If you're wondering why Escoffier, the notorious free support, is in this team, I'd like to point you in the direction of her C2. 5 hits of buff damage equal to 240% of her attack. The sets of these supports are also matter a lot when buffing Wriothesley. For example, you'd assume a Sophia with a Golden Troop, Durin may have been on Noblesse, and Nicole on Celestial Gift. But only one of those was actually correct. Durin was put on the 4-star set called Instructor, which gives you 8 seconds of increased elemental mastery to your party following an elemental reaction. Sophia was on the set Tenacity of the Millilith, which is a 20% attack bonus to your party when a skill hits the enemy. The combination of the damage bonus from Nicole on her signature set, the EM from Durin, and the attack from Escoffier alongside their own buffs in their kit gave Wriothesley that extra strength to hit those incredibly high numbers. And if you were all curious, the difference between C0 and C1 Wriothesley with his exact team and setup was 1.1 million versus a 2 million. As much as I tried to complete everything with my C0 Wriothesley, such as Abyss, Stygian, Imaginarium Theatre, Local Legends and the rest, I was bound by the simple metrics of his kit no matter how good a build was. For challenges just soloing Abyss or Stygian, it was just completely out of the question. He was just simply not strong enough. And this is the reality, as you can see someone post 100 videos about C0 character from 2023 absolutely pumping some huge numbers, but simultaneously, they will not be able to clear content that the game is constantly power creeping. And that's okay, this is a gacha game and they make money out of your fear of missing out. I'm guilty, you're guilty, we are all guilty of this. That's part of the reason I decided to take on C6ing my favourite character. I've just recently cleared dire mode in this patch's Stygian Onslaught without the use of Stellar Conduct, whilst previously I was struggling to clear Fearless levels with his best freeze team. And as you can see in the background, I've actually soloed this Abyss with him as well. And to be honest, if I could deactivate Constellations just to continue this whole C0 maxing thing, I would 100% do it. Because low cons doesn't always mean low damage, it's just a lower damage ceiling. Anyway, thank you all for watching this. This is my first ever YouTube video, so please do let me know if there's any questions in the comments and I'll try my best to answer you guys. Yeah, love you, bye.